San Francisco going to Seattle, the house of horrors for them. Come on, man. How many times have they won in Seattle over the last 15 years? I think probably 3 times. And you're going to give them a +6.5. Seattle isn't that bad yet. You know what I mean? And I know I dog Gino out a lot. You know what I mean? Because I feel like Gino could be better. You know what I mean? I know Gino. Gino could be a much better quarterback because he has a lot of great weapons, but he doesn't have the greatest offensive line either. So, that kind of plays a part into it. But I felt like Sunday they really did lose a game they should have won. But at the end of the day, you can't say, okay, we should have won because the kicker missed the kick. If he makes the kick, we would have won the game. There were so many other elements that lost them the game. They had a 9-point lead going into the fourth quarter, and they blew it. It's that simple. But they had to have Drew Lock once again be put into the game and looking like a deer in the headlights when it was time for him to really shine and possibly take the job. And now we know why Gino is the starter. Like, we know why Drew Lock has not overtaken him as the starter of this team, and they traded for Drew Lock to be the starter of this team. That's what makes that so funny to me. And so pretty much with that, I don't know Gino's health because he did hurt his arm, and they possibly will probably go ahead and stretch this thing out until kickoff. But I expect Drew Lock to possibly be starting on Thursday. But if Gino starts, great. But what I think is going to happen here is San Francisco is going to actually have to really work for this win in this game. And I think San Francisco actually catches a bit of an upset. I feel like they were really played up to those 2 games that they just played up to against a Bucks team that really doesn't know where they're going, and the Jaguars team that was fresh off of a bye as well too, that just didn't that the car was on 4 flats that day when they started that game, and they just couldn't get it together. So I feel like the Seahawks will do what they always do to the 49ers and make things really hard on the 49ers as they do. And I'm going to go ahead and take them with the +6.5. They're not going to put this game on NBC and not have it be exciting, Jeff. Come on now.
The Seahawks misery played a good first half. Gino gets hurt. In comes again the Rams in the second half. It was kind of comical. Opening day this year, Seattle had the 13-10 lead at halftime at home against the Rams and never showed up in the second half. Rams steamrolled them in the second half there. And then this was a great revenge spot. Seattle played a good first half, left some points on the out on the field. And again, got to line up for a 55-yarder to win the game there and come up short. Is Gino playing or not? Listen. I'll call in Jim Zorn if I have to, from way back. Bring in Steve Largent as well. My true number on this game was 6.5 for the 43, down to 6 at the Circa with the 43. I bought the hook. I took it to 7. The key to success for Seattle, very simply, is you got to get over that 13-14 number. You got to look for that 17-20. And on the defensive side, Brock Purdy probably coming off his best game of the year, 3 touchdowns, 300+ yards. This team now 2-0 since the bye, really rounding into form. Short week. Got to go to the 12th man. I think Seattle will keep it close. Even with a loss, I think it will be with less than 7. Give me the Hawks +7. I was going to say I wouldn't be shocked if Seattle won this game, but I just think the Niners will find a way to eke it out, but Seattle covers.
All right. That sounds good to me. So let's go ahead and move forward to our next game, which is going to be this one, and which is going to be the Black Friday game, the first of its kind. And I think that we're getting a little bit out of control with the situation, but it's okay. It's okay. I'm not going to keep complaining about this stuff. I don't control TV. I'm not in the marketing room. I'm not doing any